You've been out.
I have indeed, out into the streets of Leeds.
And
indeed.
you've been getting the word on the street in Leeds. Generally, what have people been saying to you, do you think?
When asking the question, should HS2 come to Leeds, the general consensus, I reckon I spoke to probably around about 40 people this morning, I'd say 80% of them said no.
Really?
They do not want it coming to Leeds.
And the overriding reason would be what?
Basically, waste of money. They don't think that the benefits that HS2 is going to bring to our area, even though I said to them, surely it's going to boost our economy, surely it means you can get to London quicker, isn't it going to bring in more business? I kept getting the same answer of, well, is it really worth that level of disruption? And I thought that was really interesting because potentially this could be a good thing for our area. I mean, that's what a few other people have told me, trying to put the positive spin on it. But no, people kept saying it's not worth it. For the level of disruption, let's just forget about it. Judith, though, is the only person I think that I actually spoke to who was fairly positive about it and said that she could benefit because she has family in London.
Joe Rukin, you are the campaign manager for Stop HS2. I'm guessing you're against it then, and you don't want it.
I am indeed. Like you just said, 80% of the people who you spoke to on the streets of Leeds this morning, it's a waste of money. It's just completely unnecessary.
Well, that could be because we are not very well informed yet. We haven't got the information.
Well, no, this is the thing. The more people get informed, the more that people are against it. If you look at the polls 2 years ago, 9% of the public were against it. Now it's 53%, with a massive number of don't knows as well.
Who did that research?
Ipsos Mori, I believe.
Right.
No, it's YouGov. YouGov did that. In fact, you can trace back the YouGov.
So
polling
all right. So
the
at the
last
minute,
few years, and it just keeps getting worse.
We're on the fence at the minute. That's what you say. It's 50-50. We've not made our minds that we're on the fence.
I wouldn't think so. Well, the thing is, it's clear that this is not going to benefit Leeds. It's just going to suck more activity, more economic activity to London. And what you've got is you've got a political class and a political elite supported by businesses who think this is stuff that we're getting and we're not going to have to pay for. So, of course, it's a good idea from their point of view. Of course, what they fail to realise is if you look at Crossrail, the majority of the money for Crossrail didn't come from the Department for Transport. It came from TSL, the local passenger executive,
right.
and
we're talking about London now.
We're
talking about London now, okay, Joe?
No.
We are with Crossrail.
Places that are going to get stations are going to have to pay for those HS2 stations. Sheffield City Council has come clean on that, and the other city councils, like Leeds, like Manchester, etc., need to come clean on the fact that the public of those cities are going to have to put their hands in their pockets to pay for this.
What did you think it meant when Wakefield Council came out, was it 2 days ago, and said we are opposing HS2? We're the first place in the north to oppose formally HS2.
Well, it's no great surprise. It delivers no benefits to Wakefield whatsoever, and it's just going to suck economic activity away from Wakefield. And you just look at the amount of cost of, say, the track through Wakefield Borough, and imagine what Wakefield could do with that money.
Well, Joe, just hang on there, because I want to bring in Brian in Crofton. Hello, Brian. Good morning. And it means, you're saying it means nothing to you in Wakefield. You're there?
No, I live at Crofton. It's about 3 miles on the side of Wakefield. And now, for me to benefit that train, I mean, I've got to catch a bus or a car into Wakefield, get from Wakefield to the station where the train's going to start from. I can be halfway to London. I mean, rush hour traffic takes me half an hour to get into Wakefield, never mind into Leeds.
So do you appreciate what Joe Rukin from Stop HS2 is saying online too?
Yeah, of course I do. I mean, I'm sitting at the bottom of my garden and I can see maybe 100 yards across field where he's going to come by me, this train, and what benefit am I going to get? I go out on my bag of bird watching. All around here, it's beautiful for bird watching. It's all going to be decimated. For what? It's only going to benefit people who live on the station, near the station. So I can't see what benefit they're going to get. I'm going to wait for them to get on the train and be there in no time. But yeah, I'm not going to get there half as quick if I got to go to Leeds to catch it.
I want you to describe what it looks like, what the landscape looks like right now, and what you fear it will look like once HS2 ploughs its way through there.
Well, where it's going through, what we call Waterton Park, it's a beautiful old country house what's been turned into a hotel and restaurant with a big lake round it.
Yeah.
The Squire Waterton, what an ornithologist, very well-known person around Wakefield area, and his grave is actually right by where the train's going to come through. So that's all going to be all over woodland, and then about another mile further on, there's 3 big lakes with loads of bird watching. They come from all over bird watching there. That's going to be decimated. It's an absolutely disgrace what they're doing. I'll bet these people are for it. It's not going by their house. They're not going to have their house pulled down, have they?
Terry and Murfield next on. Morning, Terry.
Well, it isn't Terry and Murfield. My name's Murfield.
Oh, your name is Murfield?
Murfield. I'm Terry from Stanley.
Oh, right.
Well, it's a waste of money.
Confused.
And we could better spend the money on the railway line to Leeds and Bradford Airport, couldn't we? There's Horsforth Station that we talked about for years and years. There's a station at Horsforth, and the next one we're going to be put near Oxford Road.
Don't we have to invest in the future here? And it's all about 2033, which will be a very different UK to how it is now. We've got to start spending now for the future.
Yes, but it'll get beaten by competition, and I think we could use the money better. For another, I was talking to a railway driver from was on the Knaresborough Leeds train. He drove the Knaresborough Leeds train. This was about a year ago, and he said they're leaving people on Horsforth Station. We haven't enough rolling stock.
Right.
Some of the rolling stocks we have are beautiful, these red ones, but the clapped out blue ones, which I understand from a mate of mine, they're on bus chassis.
Really?
I mean, we don't need that. We need spending up here.
Yeah, it comes back again to capacity, doesn't it? That's what we were talking about before.
Well, not really. It doesn't, does it?
Well, if you're leaving people on the train station because you can't get them on the train, then
that's right. Yeah, I agree with you there. Yeah.